welcome. This is Wonderland FM Stereo 90.5 Okada. So you are welcome. I remain your presenter, Reverend Father Shop already. And with me here in the studio is
Good evening, listeners.
so we are here to continue our program that no conflicts. And as you can see, we must have done one or two things in the past. And then there'll be Sister Tosin here will be anchoring the program along with me and for us to learn more about this no conflict program. Thank you for listening. If you're just tuning in, it is Wonderland FM, Igbenedon radio station, 90.5 FM. I remain your brother and friend, for Shepard. So, Sister Tosin, what to you?
Um, our listeners out there, this is a very wonderful program. You should be able, in fact, if you can get your writing materials skills, I believe you'll be able to get one or two things to put down. This afternoon, we are looking at something you said in one of the other sessions that you've had. I mentioned the conflict of desire. Can you please buttress on that? Can you tell us more on the conflict of desire?
Yeah, thank you very much. Conflict of desire is very, very paramount. It's very, very paramount in our society today. And that has caused a lot of problem. You see, when you desire something and you cannot get it, there's conflict in you. And how do I mean? For example, you desire to have a car. Each time they say somebody driving a car, you dream, you imagine that you are the one driving the car. And if you do not get it, you know how the thought will be in your mind. And that is a conflict of desire. And if you do not control your desire for that car I want, you may become aggressive. And when you become aggressive, what comes next? Every other person, you will be transferring your anger. Anger of what? Anger of not getting a car. It be as if without this car in question, my life is nothing. Without this car, nothing I can do to survive. Nothing can make me happy except I get this car. And in that case, this desire you are talking about now will be affecting. If you cannot control your desire for a particular thing you want, it will affect your being, your personality. Like I said, you want a car, and as you want the car, you are desiring this car seriously. And in your desire for that car, you don't have the means of getting the car. Funny enough, maybe you don't even have a job that can provide money to get the car. Now you are dreaming to have something which is above you. Something you cannot even attain in the next 4 or 5 years. And you are desiring it. It causes conflicts. And this desire that we're talking about now, the conflict is so strong in you that you become angry with yourself. The anger of not even knowing you are going to get money to get a car. The conflict of you not being happy because you don't have a car. And if all this thing goes on like that, what will be the end? It will be part of aggression. And if someone cannot control his or anger at that very particular moment, it becomes a problem. This is what can make someone to become dubious. Someone can go into stealing, someone can go into funny things just to acquire this money. At the end of the day, you can see what the desire that he or she cannot control has led him into. So the conflict of desire is so strong that one needs to try to overcome this conflicts. Very, very important. Most of the problem we have in our society today boils down to the conflict of desire. Desire for power, desire for wealth, desire for possession. You want to acquire things, yet you don't have the means. What will you do? You start fighting. Like I said again, I need a car. I cannot get this car. I become angry. And when I'm angry, what comes next? I'll transfer the aggression to people.
So, in all you've said about this conflict of desire, can we just say we should not have dreams? We should not have desires? We should not, or what can we do so that we will not be constituting a kind of constant nuisance to our community based on this conflict of desire? Should we just forget about the dreams? Should we forget about the desires?
Thank you very much. We can't do without dreaming. We can't do without desiring. But what matters most is the common saying is this, quote unquote, according to your science. Desire what you know you can achieve. Don't build a castle in the air. That's the problem of majority today. We build castle in the air. Not that we should not desire. If I'm not, if one do not desire, you cannot attain greatness in life. You cannot. You have to desire what you know you can achieve within a period of time. However, you could desire for the future. And I want to let us know that desire can be in three stages. Immediate desire, desire for the future, and desire for, let's say, let me put it this way, immediate desire, desire for within, and desire for the future. So if really I desire to have a car, like I said initially, I want a car. I ask myself, what do I need this car for? Have I gotten a job that can make me to have this car? Have I gotten something doing that can make money to get this car? If, for example, I'm a student, my desire is to pass my desire should be to pass my examination. My desire should be to become successful in my academics. So every student of life has his own desire. We should dream. The dream is that, oh, when I finish my academic, what will happen next? I want to be this, I want to do this, I want to do that. And one thing we should have at the back of our mind is this. The desire of the immediate is a stepping stone to the desire of the future. The desire of the immediate will help to climb the ladder of the desire for the future. And that desire for the future is built on desire of the immediate. For example, I'm in school. What am I studying? I'm studying electrical engineering, I mean. And in this, I can plan my future. Oh, once I finish now, I want to be a qualified electrical engineer. My desire now is to study hard. To see how I can come out in flying color. And if I come out in flying color, the desire I have for the future will help to move ahead. But if I decide that I want to be a qualified engineer without studying hard to pass my examination in school, I'll be a failure. So the desire should be built on the immediate desire that is within the scope of our being. If I want to build a house, I desire to build a house, and I'm not working towards towards having money, saving money to buy a land to build, then I'm building a castle. So the question, the idea is that I should be able to start gradually saving money. And when I save money, I can't just erect a building without purchasing the land first. It is when I purchase a land that I cannot say, yes, I want to build a house. That is what I don't know if really.
I understand. So we are saying now, in essence, that something like strategic planning is important in addressing this conflict of desire.
Yes.
Because if I want a house, I know that in 5 years I need a house, I should start planning.
Yes, exactly. And that's now come this way again. You see, the problem of many of us today is that we desire what we all want to desire for. And our desire at times boils down to comparison. Comparison in the sense that, oh, this guy has money. This guy knows what it is. He's pulling down. I love his vibes. He has the money. Do I know how he's getting the money? Do I know how this person in question got his money? Do I know what he does for a living? Do I know if he's a ritualist? I don't know. So I'll now go back home. I'll be on my bed. I'll just be dreaming. God, when will I have the money? When will I have the money? When will I have the money? Everything is about money, money. I want money. I want money. Yet, perhaps I'm still a school student. I have not dreamt of graduating from school. I'm still dreaming of having money to buy these luxury things. Yet, I'm still in school. How will I become successful? How will I pass my examination when I don't desire to come out? You understand what I'm saying?
I really understand you. And I believe that our viewers do understand you also.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, what do you advise our young men today, young men and women out there? Because these issues should be narrowed down to the younger generation. The adults have done their part and they are almost packing up. So to this younger generation that will be upholding the heritage and everything when the elder ones have gone. What do you advise about this thing called desire?
Well, what I would advise the younger generation is that first and foremost, they should put their quota according to their sizes. Two, they should look at their background because fingers are not equal. And when fingers are not equal, a youth, a young generation person, a younger generation person should not be comparing himself or herself with those with a silver spoon. If you are a person that comes from a poor background, your desire first is how to come out of this condition I find myself. For example, my parents cannot afford my school fees. If I want to go and look for a school, university or polytechnic I want to go to, I should not go and be dreaming of going to most expensive university or polytechnic when I know that my parents cannot afford it.
Well, they say God does miracles.
Miracle indeed. Miracles work with nature. That's what we say. God is supernatural. God is supernatural in the sense that it is natural to breathe in and to breathe out. It is natural that when somebody stops breathing, that person is dead. God will now become supernatural if that person has stopped breathing, come back to life again and start living. It becomes supernatural. That is waking the dead up. That is supernatural. So if I desire that when I die I will wake up, it's not possible if God does not say yes to that. So if I'm talking about how I believe in the God of miracle will pay it for me, and it's good to believe in God. I'm not doubting it. I'm not negating that fact. But like I said, maybe a bit on nature. Then what are your plans now? God work with our plan. God give us effort. That's why God allows us to make effort. God gives us free will to put in our effort. So that his own addition will be a complementary. Now, if my parents don't have the money and I desire to go to the most expensive school, I am a failure. After being a failure from the beginning, unless God comes in, which, like I said, I cannot negate the fact of miracle. God can bring a helper that can say, okay, don't worry, go to that university of your choice, like scholarship. No. But we cannot be expecting miracle when we don't work towards that miracle. It is when God says that, okay, this person in question, he is desiring to go to this university. However, he got his quote according to his size by going to a university that is not as expensive as the most expensive one. He may be there. If God truly wants that person to go to the most expensive university, what will he do? He will allow this person in question to walk into the hand of someone that will give him a scholarship to go and study there. He may even enter the university of a lower cost, and from there, someone may pick him up. So everything still boils down on working on oneself, you know, having a dream that you can achieve within your capacity. Like I said, this is what I can do. Now, to the younger generation, I want to beg of us that we should please don't be a castaway, and that is the problem we have today. And don't compare yourself with others. Some are born with silver spoon, while some are not born with silver spoon. Those born with silver spoon, they have it at their platform. I mean, they have it at their beck and corner. They have everything within them. However, you know you don't have it. Don't blame your parents for being poor. Even though they make their mistake, don't blame them. Let me tell you one thing. The time you spend nagging, blaming your parents for being poor, for not taking the advantage they had when you were young, you are putting yourself into their condition indirectly, because as you are nagging, complaining, good opportunities will come your way. You too will not embrace it, because the complaining you are giving and the nagging will blindfold you. And when you are being blindfolded, what else? You can't move on. You cannot stand up from where you are. And it's a problem of its own. So that's why don't compare yourself with anybody. Now I am poor. I'm from a poor background. My parents cannot finance my school. Then, and I want to further. What will you do? You struggle. You struggle. For example, myself, by the grace of God, I went to Polytechnic. I thank God. I was working alongside studying. I was working because I knew where I was coming from. My parents could not be able to afford, because my siblings were there. They need to go to school too. So what do? I got some part-time job to help myself. Once they pay the school fee, what do? I struggle to feed myself, and whenever they drop something in my account, oh thank God, it's become a company. It become a protective. So I do not compare myself with those that has everything. And here I am today. So we should not compare ourselves with those that have everything and are back and forth. So in desiring, quote your quote according to yourself, my dear younger ones. Quote your quote according to yourself. Don't dream what you know that if you sit down and analyze everything, you cannot achieve. One will be a failure. That's why majority becomes a failure when they are planning their future. It's as if you're already planning to fail. You're already planning to be a failure, because you are putting square peg in a square hole.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. So I know that my parents don't have the money, they don't have the capacity to train me the way they train the most expensive. They're training in the most expensive university. And I'll not be on the neck of my parents. You must put us, that kind of thing. So that's what I can do. I don't know if really.
Thank you very much, Father.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me see, ask this. Can you help us shed a bit more light on thinking outside the box and desiring what you cannot have? Because thinking outside the box said you think beyond your situations now, you think ahead, you think outside, you think wide. So what is the difference between thinking outside the box and desiring what you cannot have?
Thank you very much. Thinking outside the box is the best. And even in thinking outside the box, still let the thinking outside the box be within what you can be able to cope with. And designing what you cannot achieve, which is, because there's one thing we should know. Reality is very important. Reality. What is the reality that I will achieve this in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years? What is reality? What's the assurance? The assurance we have should help us to be able to plan for the future and to take ourselves us. Very, very important. Like like a workman who wants, like a carpenter, for example, he dream in his mental head, in his head, he has already constructed a fine four-star chair. But ask him, do you have chisel? He said, no. Do you have nails? No. Do you have hammer? No. So, you don't have chisel, you don't have hammer, you don't have saw, you don't have nails. How will you not construct that four-star chair you want to construct? I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. So, you need to have the tool at hand. It is when you have the tool at hand that you'll be able to say, yes, I'm ready for this. A good example now, I desire to work in a big company. I have to work in a big company. Yeah, but I will be paid perhaps 500,000 in a month minimum. I desire to work in a company. That is a dream that will not come true. Because you are designed to work in a company. Who will employ to give you that amount? Remember, you are still in school. You've not graduated. Those that have graduated before you, have they gotten a job that will give them that such amount? You are still in school and you are dreaming of getting a job of 500,000 naira in a month. Is that not, such a dream? What can we call it? It may not be realistic. It's good to desire that this is what I want to. If this person desires that I want to work in a company where I will give him 500,000 in a month, then that person should work towards it. How do I mean? It should be a scenario by this person in question. We start in a lower level. At the lower level, we start gradually, and as he or she is moving up, let him start doing something that will fetch money first. And the opportunity of working in a bigger company comes. To God be the glory. I will conclude this way. If you are hungry, you get to me want to cook fried rice, and of course your tummy is biting you, what will you do? You can just open the fridge, make us 2 slices of bread. You will try chewing the 2 slices of bread while you are cooking the fried rice. And these 2 slices of bread will still hold your tummy to some extent before you finish cooking. You cannot say, because I know this fried rice I want to eat, I will not put anything in my mouth. It's not possible. Such a person may even develop ulcer before the food gets ready. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Father.